Hey guys, welcome to our channel. We're taking a break from our regularly scheduled decode, which I'll get out as soon as possible. Take some time to get that together. I'll get the next part out as soon as possible. In the meantime, I want to know what everybody thinks about this one. Um, I came across this information today, and it screamed either Mandela Effect or just something that got kept on the hush hush. Nobody talked about it. No history book. Had a history class for pretty much every year of my schooling through high school. Never got discussed. My grandparents never spoke of it. Never heard of it before. So I'm going to see what anybody thinks about this. Eugenics in the United States. We knew about it in Germany, right? The most significant era of eugenics sterilization was between 1907 and 1963, when over 64,000 individuals were forcibly sterilized under eugenic legislation in the United States. From 1930 to the 1960s, sterilizations were performed on many more institutionalized women than men. That's Wikipedia. And most of you know that follow me, I'm not a big Wikipedia fan. Um, uh, well, oh, it was this. So while state sterilization laws, and this is a law review, syracuse.edu, while state sterilization laws have been repealed, there are still gaps in the state and federal protections. But there still has not been a sweeping declaration by the Supreme Court ruling eugenics or forced sterilization unconstitutional as of October 15th, 2020, in the United States. Supreme Court ruling that led to 70,000 forced sterilizations. The U.S. Supreme Court decided by a vote of 8-1 to uphold a state's right to forcibly sterilize a person considered unfit to procreate. Considered by who? The state, I assume. And we'll read this. Eugenics, a compulsory sterilization in 50 American states. Compulsory sterilization in 50 American states. American eugenics refers inter alia to compulsory sterilization laws adopted by over 30 states. By over 30 states that led to more than 60,000 sterilizations of disabled individuals. Many of these individuals were sterilized because of a disability. They were mentally disabled or ill, or belonged to socially disadvantaged groups living in the margins of society. American eugenic laws and practices implemented in the first decade of the 20th century influenced the much larger National Socialist Compulsory Sterilization Program, which began 1934 and 1945, led to between 1934 and 1935 led to approximately 350,000 compulsory sterilizations and was a stepping stone to the Holocaust, the one we all know about. Even after the details of the Nazi sterilization program, as well as its role in a precursor to the euthanasia murders, became more widely known after World War II, and which the New York Times has reported on extensively and in great detail, even before its implementation in 1934, sterilization in some American states did not stop. Some states continued to sterilize residents into the 1970s. Into the 1970s. So we're going to let this video go at that. And I'm curious to know what everybody thinks. Mandela Effect? Or was this just part of American history that I didn't learn about? That maybe people didn't, people didn't just learn about in history class ever. So we will thumb this video up if you're like me and don't remember forced sterilizations in the United States, which we learned about life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, not forced sterilizations. We did learn about some other horrific things in history, but not that. So thumb up if you're like me and don't remember that ever being a part of American history. Go ahead and thumb down if you remember that that's always been a thing, that's always been part of American history, that's just what they did back then. And comment. By all means, leave a comment and let us know what you think on this one. I'm curious. So, in my past, I say no way. Seems like a Mandela effect, but we'll see what everybody thinks. So for now, guys, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate, and this time it might be. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your evening.